Prithviraj,
Just a minute. മൂന്ന് foreign actors ഉണ്ട്, recruiter ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ അവരുടെ ചോദ്യങ്ങളാവാം.
hi Prithviraj, Sana here from India Today. Hi.
Hello, hi.
Hi. How are you doing? Prithviraj, tell me, of course, everyone's talking about your looks, but what was your daughter's reaction to seeing the trailer or the look that when she saw it?
The trailer. So I mean, she associates the whole film with my beard because I used to be sporting a really long beard for the longest time, and she thought it was very cool. So she keeps associating Aadajidam with the time that I had the beard. I don't know if there is a film I'd want her to see, and I've made this remark before, and people have taken it out of context. When I said that I have not shown my films to my daughter. I've had to field questions where people have asked me, then how do you come out and say that others should go to theatres with family and watch the film? The difference being that when my daughter watches a film of mine, she's only 9, she will keep seeing her father on screen. She will not see an actor, unlike your children who will see Prithviraj the actor. So it's a different contextual scenario where a 9-year-old child will have to go and see her father on screen doing things that she never sees him doing otherwise. So for that reason, I have not shown her any of my films. But this is one film when at some point I will proudly show her. And if at one point my daughter turns around and asks me, were you an actor? What does being an actor mean? I think the first film I'll show her is Aadajidam.
Also, because it's a survival drama, tell me 3 things that you cannot survive without.
My daughter, my wife, and cinema.
There's also a lot of talks about Badi Miyan, Choti Miyan. Anything you want to say, because that also has a very different look and a personality for you.
I'll meet you in Bombay, and we will speak in detail.
Great. Also, I wanted to speak to Jimmy and of course Talib, and of course tell me, how was it to actually work in an Indian film, and did you guys know how big Prithviraj and A.R. Rahman are?
Well, it was my first experience with an Indian production, and of course before I came here I did a little of research as well, as far as who was the director really, who was the actor, and who else was coming on board. I knew of A.R. Rahman because I live in Los Angeles, so I was in LA when Slumdog Millionaire won, so I know all about that. But I was baffled by the cast and crew when I got to Algeria for the first time. I mean, I landed in the desert and it was just full of people, and I think here you probably have 3 people for the job of 1 in some of the early production that I know of. So that was a big difference for me. But besides that, I mean, the level of professionalism was up there. Blessy, the director, is such a perfectionist. Everything has to be just on the dot, and that was very interesting to witness. And he got all the necessary tools and people to get to what he wanted to do, and it's such a impactful and deep story that I think it needed that. And as far as the collaboration with some of the other actors, including Raj here, with whom I probably spent every day doing all kind of things, going through the desert, having to carry him. He killed me because he's not a small dude. and at time I just had to carry him on my back and walk and run. So that was quite painful, but very enjoyable at the end. So looking forward to see the movie on the big screen.
Hi, Jimmy Jin. Ibrahim Qadri's role in the life of Najib has kind of a godly presence. When we look at his entrance to his life and the exit, it has some kind of precious effect. So, how do you see Ibrahim Qadri in your eyes, and what was the biggest struggle entering into the life of Ibrahim?
Well, at first it was understanding the character that I was playing. so which was well understood. And after I met Blessing, it became even clearer. So, I mean, I looked at him as a spirit with a human body that is here for the good. So it's like, how do I embody that? You know, how can I portray that kind of character where I'm only here for one specific mission and make it as clear, as simple, and as truthful as possible. That's what I tried to do. Hopefully, I was successful at it. But that's how I saw the character. That's how I read it, and that's how I think I've played it.
റഹ്മാൻ സർ, ആടുജീവിതം എന്നുള്ള പുസ്തകം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വായിച്ചവർക്കറിയാം, ആടുജീവിതത്തിൽ ഒരുപാട് ദൈവത്തിൻ്റെ കയ്യൊപ്പുകളുള്ള പോലത്തെ ഒരുപാട് സന്ദർഭങ്ങളുണ്ട്. ഈ സിനിമയിലും ഇവർ ഈ 16 വർഷങ്ങൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ബ്ലിസാറിൻ്റെയും പൃഥ്വിരാജിൻ്റെ 10-ലേറെ വർഷങ്ങൾ പ്രൊജക്റ്റിന് കൊടുക്കണമെങ്കിലും അത് അത്ര സ്പെഷ്യൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു കാര്യമാണല്ലോ. എപ്പോഴെങ്കിലും ഈ ആറ് കമ്പോസ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സോങ്സിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴോ സാറിന് എപ്പോഴും പറയാറുണ്ട് ഒരു ഗോഡ്ലി പ്രസൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവാറുണ്ട്. അത് ആടുജീവിതത്തിൽ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ?
I think this film is such a gift for a composer, because I'm not just filling up with music, I'm becoming a character. That character sometimes is God's point of view, sometimes director's point of view, sometimes the main character's point of view. So it keeps shifting. There is a main theme which we have done, and which I played yesterday. That is the main theme, which is probably God looking at the main character Najib with mercy. And I don't want to say much. I think you should look at the film, but we don't want to influence you to what you should feel. You should feel what you should feel, with the amazing performances of Jimmy and Prithvi and all the cast.
Roman sir,
Oh,
here sir.
Stay
From
Sir, first person told that after watching Maman, you told him to stop doing such kind of negative characters. So when it's come to Aadijeevitham, is there anything you like to tell Raju Ettan after watching his performance?
Raju didn't do anything. He's an all-rounder. I told to Fahad because I've not watched many of Fahad's movie because I know him as a person, because when he came to meet me, that's when, hey, you're such a good person, why are you acting such cruel roles? So it was just a fun remark. And Prithvi, I think, is evolved so much. I've worked on Ravan and I've worked on Kavya Talivan, and all of them are very heavily demanding roles. And in this you should see, I don't want to say much, just watch.
രാജേട്ട, അതേപോലെ ഇപ്പം ആക്ടർ പ്രഭാസ് ഇപ്പം സിനിമയുടെ പോസ്റ്റർ ആണെങ്കിലും ട്രെയിലർ ആണെങ്കിലും ഇറങ്ങുമ്പോൾ എല്ലാം ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. ഐ ഹോപ്പ് ഹി ഈസ് മോർ എക്സൈറ്റഡ് അബൌട്ട് ദിസ് ഫിലിം. അപ്പോൾ ട്രെയിലർ കണ്ടിട്ടുള്ള അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ഒരു റിയാക്ഷൻ എങ്ങനെയായിരുന്നു, എന്താണ് പറയുന്നത്?
പ്രഭാസ് ട്രെയിലർ വളരെ നേരത്തെ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. പ്രഭാസിന് ഭയങ്കര ആകാംക്ഷയോടുകൂടി ഈ സിനിമ ഇറങ്ങുമ്പോൾ കാണണം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ്, പിന്നെ ഓഫ്കോഴ്സ് ഞങ്ങളിപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെ ഒരു we are quite close in the sense we have done a whole film together. Salar Part 2 is going to start shoot very soon. In fact, very, very soon. We are in touch, and he is a very good friend now. And when I'm in Hyderabad, I definitely touch base with Prabhas. Not just there, wherever I am, we are in touch. അപ്പോൾ ഈ സിനിമയുടെ കാര്യം പ്രഭാസും ഇൻഫാക്ട് പ്രശാന്ത് നീലൊക്കെ ഇടയ്ക്കിടയ്ക്ക് എന്നോട് ചോദിക്കുന്നത് ഡെസേർട്ട് ഫിലിം എന്നാണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ പിന്നെ ഇന്നലെ നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ട ട്രെയിലറൊക്കെ പ്രഭാസും പ്രശാന്തും വളരെ നേരത്തെ എൻ്റെ ഫോണിൽ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്.
ரஹ்மான் சார், கௌஷிக் பேசினபோது சொன்னார், இந்த படத்துக்கு நான் ஒவ்வொரு வாட்டியும் பார்க்கும்போது நான் திருப்பி போய் வேறு ஏதாவது புதுசாக பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு, அந்த அளவுக்கு எனக்கு ஸ்பெஷலாக இருக்குது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. பட் மியூசிக் வரும்போது இந்த படத்துக்கு மியூசிக்கோட முக்கியத்துவம் என்ன சார்? பிகாஸ் வந்து இட்ஸ் நாட் ஹை ஆன் டைலாக்ஸ், பட் மியூசிக் இஸ் ஒன் ஆஃப் த கேரக்டர்ஸ் இந்த ஃபிலிம். அதை பற்றி கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்கள் சார்.
இந்த படத்தை மியூசிக்கால கெடுக்கலாம். Because music தப்பா போட்டோம்னா I think எழுந்து போயிடும் இந்த மாதிரி. So if somebody is having an emotion on screen, the characters have an emotion, and constantly have to check whether I'm over preempting the emotion or adding too much to what he's doing or countering it. Countering it is what I wanted to try in this one. If somebody is crying, I should not be crying too. It'll be too much. So I should be almost like a hugging, embrace, mother-like character in the music. Sometimes, as I said, it's a more divine character. And actually, I scored this 3 times. I scored it, and they took it for festival, showing it. Then I saw it, I didn't like it. Then I changed many portions. And I also evolved with the, initially it was, oh, I know how to do it. And then I said, no, I did it all wrong. So I went back to him and said, please take it away, I'm going to do it again. So I think the score, past 3-4 months have evolved so much. And some of the place I had to fight him, said, please don't put that music, I'm going to change that. He said, no, I like the previous one. No, please, trust me. So what we have now is what I think we all kind of like. Is that so?
റസൂൽ സാർ നമസ്കാരം സാർ ഇവിടെ സ്ട്രൈറ്റ് സാർ മലയാള സിനിമയിൽ ഒരുപാട് കാത്തിരുന്ന് ഒരുപാട് എക്സ്പെക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു സിനിമയാണ് ആടുജീവിതം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞത്. അപ്പം ഒരുപാട് ലെജൻഡ്സ് ഒരുമിക്കുന്ന ഒരു സിനിമ കൂടിയാണ്. എനിക്കത് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ മലയാളം എക്സ്പെക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത് മലയാളത്തിലേക്ക് ഒരു ഓസ്കാർ പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്ന ഒരു പടമാണ് ആടുജീവിതം. സാറിൻ്റെ ഒരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസിൽ ഇതെങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു?
I don't know how Oscar has become a standard in this things. I would say, see, I'll tell you, Oscar just happened a few hours ago. 15 years ago, when we won the Oscar, in one of this press meet like this, when me and Rahman was there, one of the press asked, "You guys got an Oscar, so what's the big deal about it?" I remember AR saying that next 10 years going to be Indian cinema's golden period. 15 years today, just look back what happened in Indian cinema. Malayalam, Tamil, Marathi, Assamese film, Gujarati films. Every stream of filmmaking in this country has evolved, has gone leap and bound. And today, we are sitting here, we are talking about a regional film which were considered to be very minuscule in the whole gamut of Indian cinema. We are saying that is Oscar worthy. I'm not saying it, you guys are saying it. So that's how it has evolved. That is how we have come so far in the last 15 years. I think that is tremendous. The youngsters who came in and changed the entire game in the last 10 years of Malayalam cinema and other regional cinemas. That's the most beautiful thing. And I think Adujividam is in the pinnacle of that.
Sorry to cut in. I think the respect which each industry is giving and getting. People in Pakistan are talking about Malayalam movies. Yeah. And when did we see the South Indian heroes transcending to North India? It was never allowed. It's so easy now, and it's because of the talent and what they're doing.
Sir, it was always there. If you look at the history of Indian cinema, like Anil Kapoor, Jitendra, all these people started from the South, and South Indian films are very big in the 60s and 70s. And if you look at the biggest musical that has come in Indian cinema, it was always from the South.
I mean, native South Indian actors.
Yeah, true. I mean, Shivaji Ganesan was big, MGR was big, they all were there. But now looking at South Indian cinema and trying, okay, what are we doing wrong? The Hindi cinema is thinking, there's something wrong about us. And I feel what is wrong about Hindi cinema today is that they started making packages. Last 10 years, that's what they did. The middle class Indian is no more a subject of discussion in Hindi cinema in the last 10 years. Probably last Gajini is a film where we saw a middle class girl, So you've taken a fair share of people from your storytelling. They're obviously going to go against you. And if you look at regional cinema, regional literature, it is rooted. Regional cinema's writing is rooted in regional literature. So where the literature is strong, you have strong subjects and you have strong cinema. That's what I think is lacking in Hindi cinema right now. Time to look back. And writing is very strong in the cinema, and a lot of literature influence is making, a film. Like one element of a film become a point of a journey. Manjumal Boys, for example. You take one element 30 years ago, He's seen one song, and that is become a filmic idea. So those are the things that are happening. People are like flourishing. So it's so beautiful to be part of that movement, I would say.